It's the most recognizable mask in Venice, but its origins are far from festive. Today, we're unmasking the Medico della Peste. Discover why plague doctors wore giant bird beaks, what secret ingredients were hidden inside them, and how this terrifying medical suit became a symbol of the world's most famous carnival. Step into the shadows of 17th century Venice with us. Thanks for tuning in to Slow English. I invite you to sit back and enjoy our latest episode. It's a great way to practice your English every day. The Beak of Venice, the story of the plague doctor. If you walk through the narrow, misty alleys of Venice during Carnival, you will encounter thousands of beautiful masks, but there is one that stands out, not for its beauty, but for its haunting bird-like silhouette. It has a stark white face and an impossibly long, curved beak. Today, we know it as the Medico della Peste, or the plague doctor, but centuries ago, this wasn't a costume for a party. It was a uniform of survival and a symbol of impending death. To understand the long nose, we have to travel back to the 17th century, to a time when the Black Death was ravaging Europe. At the time, medical science was still in the dark. Doctors believed in the miasma theory, the idea that diseases like the plague were spread by bad air and foul smells. It was a French physician named Charles Delorme who designed the suit in 1619, and the long beak was the most critical part of his invention. So why was the nose so long? It served as a primitive gas mask. The beak was hollow, and it was stuffed with a cocktail of aromatic herbs, spices, and dried flowers. Inside, you would find things like lavender, mint, camphor, myrrh, dried roses, and cloves. This fragrant mixture had a dual purpose. It masked the horrific stench of decaying bodies, and more importantly, the doctors believed it purified the poisoned air before it reached their lungs. They essentially lived in a constant cloud of perfume to protect themselves from the invisible enemy. The rest of the outfit was just as strange. The doctors wore thick, waxed leather overcoats, gloves, and glass goggles to seal off their bodies completely. They also carried a long wooden cane. They used this stick to examine patients without touching them, to point out directions, and sometimes to keep desperate, dying people at a distance. When a plague doctor arrived in a neighborhood, he looked like a giant predatory bird, a sight that brought both hope for a cure and the terrifying realization that the end was near. Today, the Medico della Peste has left the hospitals and entered the world of art. It is one of the most popular masks of the Venice Carnival, representing a bridge between the city's dark history and its vibrant creative spirit. It serves as a reminder of a time when the line between a doctor and a reaper was as thin as the glass in those goggles. So the next time you see that long beak, remember, it wasn't designed to scare you. It was designed to breathe. I invite you to listen to our next episode. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update.